All right, so lucky you or whoever gets to watch this class recording because today happens to be the Halloween edition of Remax Relax, which is why I am in costume. Super fun. And you know what else is super fun is creating a LinkTree account. And this is a really great tool because you can link all of your important documents, your social media profiles, really anything that can be accessed on the internet in one place. So for a consumer or a client or anybody that you're in a relationship with, this makes things awfully convenient for them. And it's really great for you too, because you can change things out as they become relevant and as they become something that you really want to showcase or highlight. So I think sometimes it helps to start with the end and then work backwards so that you can see what a finished product looks like so that you know what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're building. So I'm going to go over to this tab, and this is Instagram. And yes, this is a shameless plug, I guess, for Eric, but he is someone that we created his LinkTree, and I want to show you what it looks like. So this is his Instagram profile, and the LinkTree that we're working toward is right here. So you guys have probably been on Instagram or TikTok even, and you see link in bio. You know, on a post, a story, a reel, it'll always kind of push the consumer toward the link in bio. And so what we're doing is creating one link that has a whole bunch of other links within it. So you just have this nice, clean, single short link right here that you can also customize. So all of the LinkTree links start out the same way, but this little tail here on the end, you can customize to fit your brand, your business, whatever you like. So Eric kept things simple and just made it his first and last name. And then when you click on that, you're going to get to his LinkTree. So he's a simple guy. He likes things to look pretty simplistic, and you can change the background, which we'll go through in just a minute. His social media profiles are right here, his Instagram, his Facebook, and then you can also set up a button where they can email you directly. Now, when you're making your LinkTree, I want you to think about the things that you're asked the most, things that you feel like could be extremely beneficial for your clients. You might want to include your listings. You might have a featured listing that you really want to highlight and push traffic toward. You may have single property listing websites, which, by the way, you do get those generated for you automatically and for free, courtesy of Remax, that you might want to link here. You may have your information about brokerage services disclosure. That is a TREC requirement that you also see on your email signature. That's something that you could link here as a button, and your consumer protection notice. You may want to include your website. If you have a blog, if you have reviews on third-party websites like Google or Facebook that you want to drive those people to, that way they can read your reviews, you can link here. So really anything that's on the internet that you feel like could be a valuable tool that you wanted to include, you can. So truly, I mean, there's about a million different ways you can do this, but what you're doing is you're going to go and copy those links. So like if you wanted to link your Facebook, for example, you would go to your Facebook on the internet, copy the link at the top, and then that's what you're going to save in order to add into your LinkTree account. So for Eric, obviously one of the big things that he wants to do is push people to apply for a mortgage. So naturally, the first link here is to get pre-qualified. And when you click on that, it's going to bring me, the consumer, to the link that he's directing me to go toward, which is his application page on his website. You can do the same thing. One of the things that I think is really great, if you were to go to your Remax website or even remax.com, what you can do now is direct your consumer to what is my home worth. And there's a lot of equity out there, a lot of bad information as well. So you could absolutely become a resource for your consumer and ask them to go and get an accurate home value. On each of your websites, you have this same block. I'm just on the generic remax.com, but the blocks look the same way. So you could go onto your website and then copy your link right here so that whenever you link to it in your LinkTree, when they want to go get their home value or get a CMA, when they pull up this website, it's going to have your contact information and your photo up here in the top right-hand corner. Super cool. All right, so that's another tool. Perhaps you have created a resource guide. Maybe it's a seller's guide, everything they need to know when listing their home or in order to get prepared to list their home. On the flip side, maybe you have a buyer's guide. Here's everything that you need to know when you're going to be buying a home. Maybe you have a guide or a document, a PDF that you've created, and it's a list of your recommended vendors, your lenders, your inspectors, people who can do make-readies to get their home deep cleaned, whatever the case may be. You guys always have such great lengthy resource lists, so why not link to that and create that and push that out there? Again, totally up to you and your preference. So those are just some examples. Let's scoot backwards and go back into LinkTree in order to actually create this. So I just went to linktr.com, or I just went to Google, and you can type in LinkTree, and then that first result is what you're going to click on in order to get to the main page here. So what you're going to do is think about what you want your LinkTree name to be. So again, that name, just so that we see it finished, is this little tail on the end. So you really want to give this some thought. If you want to keep it on brand, if you like I'm thinking of Brandy Leatherwood, the unicorn realtor, she may want to have LinkTree/unicorn realtor. You know, if you like, for us, for Remax, I might make it World Dom, because that's something that we associate with our brand. Some people like to keep it simple, like Eric did, and it's just first name, last name. Totally up to you on how you want to do that. So for our demonstration purposes, I'm just going to go in here and do my first name, middle initial, last name, and I'm going to claim my LinkTree. It's then going to take me to the account setup page, and it'll do the same for you. You need to associate an email address with it. I'm just going to use my personal email address, and then it's going to light up and ask you to create your account. You'll set a password, any password you like. And then, of course, just follow the prompts. Wants to know your name first. Click on continue. And keep in mind, I'm showing you guys the free version of LinkTree. There are ways that you can upgrade your package. I think they start at like $5 a month, and they can go up from there. I find for my use that the free version is great, but if you feel otherwise, you can upgrade your plan at any time. So I would probably just put creative here or other. You guys could put business. You could do really business, I think, is probably the best one that applies if you're using it for your real estate business. So I'm going to say other. And then you can see down here too, there's a little other ones, you know, it could be personal, it could be not listed, all the little things here. I'm going to say personal, and then I'm going to click continue. And keep in mind, you can go back in and make additions and customizations at any point. So these are the plans. They go from $5 to $24, depending on your needs. And this is a monthly price. It'll tell you everything that you get for those prices. And then, like I said, for today, I'm just going to show you the free one. So you'll click on free or whatever plan you want. And then you'll click on the purple button to continue. It says thank you, which is really nice, for signing up. And then it brings you to your dashboard. So this is where you get to get in and really kind of customize it to make it your own. We have an agent in our Beaumont office. Her name is Ashley Hurlbert. She went through this class with us and immediately created her LinkTree. And I thought she was so smart because she included a lot of the Remax stickers that we get to use as part of the clickable buttons. And that just really elevated it. I thought it was a really cute way to use those. And so you may try the same. All right, so the first button in your dashboard are going to be your links. So again, anything that has a hyperlink or a URL is what you can utilize to make a button on your LinkTree. So for example, if I went back to the CMA or What's My Home Worth webpage, again, I would recommend you use your own that's attached to your website so that when they visit there, you're going to have your contact information at the top. But for our demonstration purposes, I'm just going to go back to that website. I'm going to go up to the URL right here, and I'm going to copy it. Okay. I'm going to go back to my LinkTree dashboard, and I'm going to click on that button that says add a new link. From here, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the blanks. So give it a title, and then in this URL field, you're going to click on it and then paste that URL. Hit enter. And then over here on the right-hand side, you're going to see in real time what your link tree would look like if someone visited from their mobile device. Okay. If I wanted to go in to attach my information about brokerage services form, like you all should, I would go, so we use Google Drive. Some people use Dropbox. It's usually one of the two. You need to get this shareable link, okay? And so you can do this a number of ways. You can open the file that you want to share and then go up to these 3 dots right here, and you can click on share, and that's going to give you some options. The one that we're looking for is going to be a shareable link because, again, we need a URL. So one thing that you want to be sure to make happen is that usually, depending on your settings, it's going to be restricted because it's protecting the ownership of the file or the document. So you want to do on this drop down here, usually it says restricted. You want to make sure that says anyone with the link. Because again, if a consumer tries to click on it and you have it restricted, then it's going to get an error and it's going to say, sorry, you don't have permission, which doesn't really help anyone. So you're going to click on anyone with the link, and then you want to make sure that this drop down is set to viewer. Okay. From there, you're going to see this little button pop up that says copy link. You'll click on it, and then you'll go back to your link tree and add a new link. Give it a title. Paste that link that we just copied. And then you have your button that pops up right here. Again, I would highly recommend you do this so that you remain compliant with TREC's requirements for your information about brokerage services disclosure or your IABS, as well as the consumer protection notice that you see in a lot of those email signatures. That's a TREC requirement. So to get the consumer protection notice, you would just visit TREC's website. It's trec.texas.gov, as you know. And on their website, they have a lot of the common forms right here under forms and then popular. Click on that. And then there's your information about brokerage services right there. I want to say it might be under, So if you click on consumer, like you just saw, the consumer protection notice is right here. Click on that. You can either link here if you wanted, or you can click on that file on the left, and then you've got your link right here as well to that consumer protection notice. Totally up to you on which one you choose, but if I went with this one, I'm going to copy it, go back to my link tree, add a new link. I'm going to call that the consumer protection notice. I'm going to go into the URL, paste it, press enter so that it saves, and then you've got this. One question I get is, can you move your links around? So if you wanted one to be at the top, then yes, the answer is absolutely. You would click on these little stacked dots on the left and then click and drag. Okay, that's how you add links. If at any point you wanted to remove one, you would just click on the little trash can. If you wanted to keep the link but turn it off on your link tree, you would just toggle off, and then you keep the link, but it doesn't show up on your actual link tree. Okay. Now, how do you customize the appearance? So right up here in your main menu, you're going to click on appearance, and there's tons of free options. One thing that I recommend is always, always, always include a photo so that people who are on your link tree can establish that this person on the link tree is the same person on all of their other online platforms. Just creates that sense of trust and continuity. So how do you do that? You would just click on pick an image. It would upload one from your computer or your device, and then that's what'll pop up here instead of my initial. Okay. Little bit of a short bio. So you may just have like a few words. You know, if you wanted to keep it consistent with Remax 1, you could do list, sell, repeat. That's always fun. I've seen a lot of times where it's like mom, realtor, dog mom, giving a little glimpse into the personality. You could have, Southeast Texas, like the location. Again, you can come in and change this at any point. You scroll down, you're going to start seeing a lot of theme options, and then which ones require an upgrade in your plan, and as well as the ones that are a part of the free package. So you can make this look however you want it to look, and you can change this at any point, depending on your preference. Some people really like to keep it very minimal. Some people aren't afraid of color. Again, to each their own. You would just click on the ones that you like until you found the one that you felt best suited your needs. You can also have control over the button colors and how those appear, whether they have kind of a lifted look, like what you see here, a little bit more modern. If you want them to be more rounded, you could do that too. You can change the color of the fill, as well as the text in the font colors, as well as the fonts themselves. So if you are somebody who likes a little bit more of a traditional font, that's available, or if you want to keep it a little bit more modern, you could do that too. Totally up to you. All right. That is it in a nutshell. So where do you put it? Your LinkTree is right here. This is your link. You can click on the share button to add to your social media. You can create a QR code to send people that way. So if you wanted to put your QR code on all of your printed materials to then direct them to the LinkTree, you could do that too. The most common place is going to be on your Instagram bio. You could also include this on your Facebook business page under your bio. Again, anywhere that you want a condensed summary of all of your important links, documents, guides, websites, reviews, all of those things, I think LinkTree is a great solution. So as always, if you have any questions at all, please reach out. I'm happy to help you, and good luck. Can't wait to see what you come up with.